found when I got your text, man.
All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to our Secret Success Challenge. Let's jump right in it. We have Sharon here, Vic, and Phil. Several people are missing. Robin, Shelly, Linda, John Tonio, Ruben. So if you hear from them, message them if they're your accountability partners. But we got a lot to cover tonight. So let's jump in.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to your Secret Success Marketing Challenge 4.0. Tonight, we are discussing the Epiphany Bridge and the post types that we will discuss. Today, you will learn how the entertainment industry writes movies and how you can apply the same technique in your five different types of post creations. So, accountability, we have done that. I'd love to hear what your biggest challenges are thus far. What have you been facing since we've gotten started with your marketing?
With me is mainly putting the wording together when I actually post, and then trying to like you were saying, trying to put the pictures together, and it looks different from the phone to the computer, and then from the computer to the phone. So just trying to put that together and make it
The cover
better.
photos? Yep. Yep, that's going to be your biggest challenge. And as far as the verbiage and the wording, what we're going to learn tonight is going to help you dial more into a structured way of writing, which definitely helped me when I started doing this a ton. So that's great, Phil. What other challenges you guys facing?
I have to echo with Phil, and then of course, just for me, in all honesty, as far as the postings, I can't really say time management because I manage my time basically, with what I have. Taking care of both my parents and a child with special needs and trying to do everybody's doctor's appointments and doing my regular job and then Viago. So
Yeah.
it's just a lot for me to, I try to get out there and click, on the Facebook, on the messages or whatever I get, or likes or comments, like you said, to go through and prep your page. So I
Yeah.
do try to, stop and do that, even if I'm sitting in a doctor's appointment with somebody. I'll go through and try to do that as well. But yeah, it's just trying to get the time to put it all together. And then on top of that, manage the difficulties that I have with Canva. And I've watched your video, but like Phil was saying, it's still trying to make it what it looks like on your phone match what you want it
Yeah.
to look like on the laptop. So yeah.
Yeah. That is the most difficult part of this challenge, is getting that photo to fit on your computer and on the phone view. So it's just a matter of, editing and cropping until it comes out right. So it is pretty tedious, but as technology continues to improve, we just have to manually adjust till they figure out, hey, they need to fix their systems because it's still not adding up correctly, even though we've cut it so many times. So I understand your frustration because it is something that I also deal with as well. And then as far as posting, for me, what I discovered is that if I'm in the gym and I have a few minutes that I can go sit in the locker room and not get distracted and do a post before I leave the gym. So when I get home, I'm not distracted between my husband and my dog. That's when I'm able to really dial in and get the content out because nobody's there to interrupt me. So if you have that time, maybe before you go into work or after you're done with work, or, when you're waiting to pick up your kid from school, or, finding that little buffer zone to be able to create that content. And then of course, just prioritizing it on your calendar and sticking to your time management is, you can only do so much. Life's always going to happen.
Right.
But
So I have to prioritize. Yeah, I have to
Yeah,
prioritize what's important, so, but yeah.
3 to 4 posts out a week, you're doing good.
Okay.
Okay. All right, as usual, expectations, cameras on, phones on mute, distractions off. And of course, write down your questions and put them in the chat. If you're watching the replay, put them in the comment section for response. So together, we've already covered our 8-week agenda with the prime to win and sell. And now we are prime to buy, which is the launch phase. And we are in the Epiphany bridge and post types. So I would love to go through and see what kind of posts you've done in the last few weeks since we've been together, and see how we can improve from there. So I'll look at Phil's page first, and then we'll go from there. All right. So, yes, so your cover photo is still not fitting in the parameters on the computer. So again, just having to go back into Canva and making this a rectangle photo
Gotcha.
versus a square will definitely help. And then what you'll do when you do that, that should be able to cover this top part and be able to fit better.
Gotcha.
But if it doesn't, then just bring it down lower. All right.
Okay.
And then as far as your content goes, you have a video here. Wholesale, travel versus retail, DM me for more details. So remember to always think about the why versus the what. So why
Gotcha.
should people travel at wholesale? Why should people travel? Why should people, you're doing the business and travel. So why should people look at it more so in a business? So always start with why and get into, what is it that the people that you're speaking to, what is it that they want in life? Right?
Yes.
And then using the words that those people use. So maybe if you're talking to military, because you're previously military, a lot of times in the military, we use words like overworked, underpaid, right? So
Yes.
are you tired of being overworked and underpaid? Have you ever worked for yourself? So start getting them to think in your content.
Gotcha.
And then great, DM me for more details. Now, when you're building internationally, you got to be very careful with acronyms and short verbiage, words, or even slang, because it is completely different in other countries. A lot of people, especially elder communities, don't know what DM means.
Gotcha.
So if you're going to speak to the masses, then just type it out. So you're
Okay.
not, the less confusion, the better, right? The more verbiage you're using that is proper, the more outreach you're going to have. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
And then this video, how did you create it? Because it's kind of like a smaller clip inside this black box.
I have a different app that actually could do it. I can't blow that up too, but yeah, I didn't even notice that being that small.
Yeah, so I wouldn't use a different app. Just use the programs in the Facebook page or
Okay.
in Instagram.
Okay.
So this you'll get this black circle or black box around your pictures, and it's clear and
Gotcha.
precise. Okay. All right, great post. Happy Veteran Days to all my brothers and sisters that have served. Again, you always want to drop a call to action. You can have put, if you've served, comment with a salute emoji, or comment thank you, or comment whatever. So that this way you're getting people to respond. But as you can see, holidays, celebrations, big news, like the voting, the polls, they're
Yes.
all going, no matter what you post, they're all going to get a lot of attention. So great on you for posting on that day, because people are online and they're commenting. So
Yeah.
you got a lot of comments. What I would do with all these people that have commented and liked is go back and say, hey, thanks so much for commenting on my Veterans Day post, and then thank them for their service, and then just start the conversation. What have you been up to these days since retiring, or since serving, or since our days deployed? So start those conversations with all those people, because now they could have been really cold market, and now they're warm because you have posted and they commented.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. It looks like, is it a share from YouTube, or you posted this post from YouTube?
It's just I think it's from Instagram or YouTube, but mainly it's a motivation video.
Okay, so what happens is when I click on it and it takes me to
Success is
this
1% love.
post. Let me pause it. And what happens is it takes me to the wealthy subscribe. So I want you to be mindful of what you're sharing, because if I come on here and I go here and let's say I start like checking out this wealthy post person that has this page on YouTube, and you don't know for sure, but they could be selling something in travel, or they could be selling something in business, and I get turned on by what it is that they're offering, and you reach out to me, hey, thanks so much for commenting on my YouTube post. I'd love to show you what kind of business I'm in. And guess what? I could have been like, oh, I just checked out that wealthy post and I saw that they were doing this business and I joined with them.
Gotcha.
So you'll never see a top earner, an influencer, myself, share anything that doesn't belong to us in one way, form, or another.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. This is great. You're adding value. It's better to see something once than to hear about it 1,000 times. And then you have comments, you have likes. So again, these are all leads that you can now respond to and say, hey, William, thanks so much for liking my post about hearing something 1,000 times. What are you working on these days?
Okay.
So for example, if you go to my page and you see I promoted my wellness and I responded to all of these people, so I can click on them and I can automatically message them straight from here. And you can see, I say, hey, Cassandra, thanks for liking my Dream, Mind, and Body Wellness post. What's your health goals going into this holiday season?
Okay. I see that.
But now I'm priming her to get ready for what we're about to launch in the wellness field for our business.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, I see how you, okay.
And then same thing for I did it for the Trump post for this one. So
Yeah, you got me on that one.
So I went to everybody and I messaged everybody and I said, hey, Sharon, thanks for liking my travel ambassador appoint by President-elect Trump post. What's your travel goals going into the holiday season or 2025 year?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And I pretty much, I copy that and I paste it to the next person.
Okay.
And I just changed the name. It's the same post. Hey, Akeem, thanks for liking my travel ambassador. Same thing. Okay.
And then
So
you're
those
just
are,
waiting for a reply after that, and then that's where you actually do your whole priming the person.
yep.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, I can't pull it up now. Okay, but yes, exactly. So when they respond, I had somebody respond, I was gonna show you. And oh, it was on Instagram, they're not traveling. So then, let me find it really quick. Oh, I asked them, do you travel often? Because they're a speaker. They said not at the moment. So then I just say, okay, many blessings to you. So I'm not like forcing a conversation down their throat. I'm just starting the conversation. Not everybody is going to lead into a Zoom presentation, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. All right, let's look at Vic's page.
Don't do that.
That joined us. Is that Ruben? RMS Flex iPhone? Is that you, Ruben?
Yes, indeed.
Hey, brother. Good to have you on. And hey, Robin, I saw you jump on too. Okay,
Hold
so
on.
Vic, we gotta work on your cover photo.
Okay.
This is very important. You get this completed along with everyone else on the call, because the last phase that we go into is the systemization phase. And that's where I'm going to teach you how to get cold leads to come to your page. And if we're sending cold leads to your page and this is what they see, you're wasting your time. I want them
Okay.
to see exactly that your offer is travel and wellness. Okay?
Okay.
So if you want to use a wellness photo like this, you can do that. But I want to see something like ask me how to get well during the holiday season or the upcoming 2025 New Year.
Okay.
Okay, huge. All right. Also, your profile picture can be a lot closer and up front, because if you're looking at it like these, you can see like Phil's little head right here. I can barely see. So same thing with you, Phil. You got to make your face bigger. You see how
Got
Jesse stands out. I know that's Jesse. I know that's Sharon, right? This is Don Morton, but he needs his face to be shown so I could see it. All right, Haley is great. I can see her face, but if it was black and white, it's harder to see versus in color. You see, Jesse has a solid background color, so he stands out. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's see what you got here. Did you know you can turn your passion for travel into a profitable home-based business? Yes, I love it. Hear me out as I share with you how you can actually travel more for less while also earning a spare time to part-time and even full-time income. Lots of emojis or just enough emojis is great. A little more spacing, Victor, will be easier on the eyes to read. So
Okay.
when you do like a space between across the world to hurry, just double enter twice. So it gives it more space and it's easier to read. All right, are you ready to travel the world and build your business? Message me ready. Perfect. I love it. And then you have this video. The video is what's your next travel plan, local tour, international. All right. What did you use to create this video? Because like Phil, you have the black on the outside.
The app that you told us to download. I tried
Which app?
to like do more to it, but that's the best thing I could come out of, and I just posted it.
Okay. Next time use the Facebook itself program
Okay.
to upload a video or a reel or a photo so you don't get this black. I'm not sure which app you're talking about though.
The Canva one. Canva.
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 Yeah, Canva. Yeah.
So Canva, I'm only asking you guys to use Canva for your cover photos. That's it.
Okay.
Not for anything else. Yeah,
Got it.
just use Instagram or Facebook to create your videos or your reels so you don't get this in the background.
Okay.
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 Hey, I know Marco. All right. So if you are going to post something about someone else, for example, like this, you miss your friend Marco, I would
Right.
reference it back to what you guys used to do together. Man,
Right.
I miss traveling the world with you, Marco. Let's plan the next trip together. Who else
Right.
is in?
Okay.
Comment ready. You see what so you can
Okay.
use your life and add it in, but be able to apply it to what it is that you're doing. So
Got
what
it. All right.
pathways are doing. So for example, when I created this reel to share my experience, it was to share about the community, which is relating to our community in our travel space, right? And
Right.
how I'm able to travel and still do the things that I love, even though I'm not selling Viago.
Right.
And instead of saying, ask me for more or respond ready, it's follow me for more.
Right.
You see how I can use that?
Okay.
And the same thing with this peak life experiences, traveling the world, earning income from home. You know, these are peak life experiences. So now I'm incorporating my lifestyle with more peak life experiences,
Okay.
which are relatable.
Mm.
Also, I want to let you guys know when you have a post that is doing really well or you want it to stay at the top, you can take any post and make it a pinned message, a pinned post. So as you can see here on mine, I've had this one stay pinned for quite some time. And that's the life update. So when you want to pin a post, you go to any post, you select the top 3, and then you'll pin it. This one says unpin. If I go to the next one and I want to pin this one and I hit pin, it will automatically unpin the other one. You can only have one pin post.
Gotcha.
So make it one that you want people to see. So I will probably update this because it was back in August about the launch of Viago. So now I'll do another live video of what Viago is and what we're up to this last few weeks of launch. Now I recently got a message that this video actually made it to YouTube on a haters page that doesn't like someone that doesn't like our industry. And she critiqued my entire live, which I didn't mind because now I went back to her YouTube page and responded to all the comments. So people knew it was me because she put a big sad face on top of my face. But guess what? It went from 1,800 views to over 3,000. So thanks to my haters, I got more people to see my content.
Love it. Love
Hey,
it.
and if you don't have a hater, you're not doing it right yet.
That's true. That's true.
So embrace it. All right, let's move on because we have a lot to discuss. So tonight, again, we're talking about the Epiphany Bridge. And again, my promise is if you do the work, you'll get the results. Welcome back to your Prime to Buy. So let's first understand the 5 types of posts. As you saw on my page, there are live posts, which you can record. As you saw, I recorded this way, horizontally or vertically. And the black boxes came up, as you just saw on my pin post. If I recorded it this way, horizontally, then those black posts wouldn't come up, okay? So just be mindful of that. And then also make sure when you're going to do a live that you have great lighting. So get a ring light. This is my ring light I have for my camera in my computer.
Yes. I got one. Yes.
Yay. It helps a lot. It helps with professionalism. It helps with clarity. It helps bring your picture out bright. Make sure if you're doing a live, as much as possible, you have good sound. So if you're out in public, maybe you need to use a headphones. And then of course, make sure your background is as solid as possible. Okay, so if you're walking around, obviously it's going to change. But when you're capturing the first part of the live, it's going to count down 3, 2, 1, live. Whatever that capture takes of you is what you're going to be as far as like your green when people first see your image. So make sure you're smiling. I always try to get, pretty people in my picture with me. The more people you have with you, the more attractive it is to other people. I don't know why people want to see you with other people. If it's your spouse, if it's your family, your post will do a lot better versus you by yourself. So always try to get someone else involved. And then make sure, for me, what I like to do is structure out what I'm going to say in my live. So I'll put a few notes on a sticky pad, and I'll just have my sticky pad right next to my camera so I can read it, but not be visible to everyone else that I'm reading something, right? If I have a lot of notes, then it's okay. I'm just going to say, let me refer to my notes so I don't give you wrong information, especially when I'm talking about like the Bible or any kind of regulations or laws. I try to be as accurate as possible. So I just take notes. All right. And going live as much as you can is just going to help you increase your confidence and your posture when you go live. Do I like all my lives? No. Am I happy with all my lives? No. Can I get better with my lives? Yes. The more I do it, the better I'm going to get. If you don't do it, you're not going to get better. So just go and do it. People love to see you live. Okay, so go as live as much as possible. My goal has been to go every day, and I have been failing on myself. So I need to get caught back up with that. Okay, another post is our 2-step offer. So that's what it is that you're offering. Like Victor said, let's travel, let's make money, and then a call to action. Message me when you're ready. So what it is that you are offering. Let's go back. So this is a 2-step offer. Your dream body is closer than you can imagine. Ask me about private coaching sessions. And then the call to action. Message me ready to learn more and visit our Dream Mind and Body Wellness site today. Mention 20% off and how you can save. Okay. This is a 2-step. Now, same thing here. What happened is when I did spacing, it didn't automatically space it enough, even though it looks like it here. But when you look at the post, it's not enough. So maybe you want to do 2 spaces extra.
Gotcha.
So you can see the difference. So I'll show you what that looks like. And sometimes Facebook or the algorithms don't want to edit it. As you can see, I put 2 spaces and it still kept it as 1. So the system is not always your friend. Don't get bent about it. Just move on. All right. So that's a 2-step offer. Then we have an offer post. So what it is that you have and you're offering. It's not necessarily a 2-step. It's more like a 1-step. You're just offering something. Okay. And remember to always stay around your pathways. So Robin is travel and business, Ruben is business and travel, Sharon is travel and business.
Which
Okay.
I needed to adjust mine, Melanie.
Okay.
And I know I was supposed to mention that to you 2 weeks ago, but you know, we've had all these other things going on. But yeah, I was just gonna change mine instead of travel and business, just travel and wellness. I think it just
Okay.
flows better with what I'm currently doing anyway. So
Okay. So you're now doing travel and wellness.
yes.
Okay. Got it. So just make sure that you stick to that for a good 90 days, 60 to 90 days.
Okay.
And same for me, you know, as we move closer to the new year, I'm switching from travel to wellness, business and wellness, which is why I have been posting more along the lines of wellness because I'm moving into that. And then of course our reels. So reels are the #1 type of post you want to get good at because the algorithms are showing more people reels. So do it and continue to learn the new tools with added features. There's always going to be something new, whether you're using Facebook to build your reel or Instagram to build your reel. Some people build their reels through TikTok and you're able to save those and redistribute it to Instagram or to Facebook. Okay. I'm also learning new things currently in reels, having to download songs from reels and be able to use it as an original audio. So if you're using reels, the biggest thing on music is to use trending audios. A trending audio will have an arrow on the audio. So if I use Instagram, so let me pull up my Instagram and show you what that looks like on my phone and show you how to find those arrows to know that it's trending. So let me pull that up for you.
Yeah, because I'm still working on that because I keep on getting strikes on music too.
Okay, so if you go on Instagram and you're under the reels, you'll see right here underneath the name, there's an arrow. That means this song is trending. If you
Okay.
click on the music section of that song, it will actually tell you on the top right here that it's trending and how many reels it already has. 267,000. So you may have missed the wave of this trending audio because there's so many reels already. So just go and find another one like this one. And you can see here, this one has 37,000. You see the difference? So this one
Yes.
would be more likely to trend if you use the audio. And you just simply select use audio and it takes you right into creating the images and the videos that you want to use.
Go back one, Mel. Show where did you click? Oh, use audio. Sorry. I thought
Use
that
audio.
said I thought
Yep.
it said live audio. Let me blow your screen up on my thing so I can see. Okay.
Now, one new thing that I am using is actually taking the audio and downloading it to make it an original. So instead of using the audio, what I'll do is I'll select the 3 dots on the top right, and I'll copy the link for the audio. And I use this website called Instagram Reel. This one is fastvideosave.net, and it downloads the audios. So it's not necessary, but I've been testing it out. So when I select download, what it does is it takes the audio from that reel and you'll scroll down and you'll select download audio.
I'll just do 2.
course, I don't see it now. Oh, refresh page. Okay, let me try again. Okay, that one's not working, so let me try a different one. So again, I'm looking for a trending audio. Here's one. I go to the audio. I'll select the 3 dots, copy link, and I go to this fast video saver. Instagram Reels download, paste, download. And then there's download audio. I select download audio, download, and now it goes to my download file.
Okay.
And then that's the audio. Now, what I do to add the audio to the video, once I created the video in Instagram, I save the video and I upload the video here. And then I'll go, let's just say, this is the video. And then I'll select audio. And then I import the audio from my files. That was the new audio, hit OK. And now I have that audio. So now this audio is connected to this video. I save the video and then I go back to Instagram and I upload the video with the new audio.
Gotcha.
All right. So it's more advanced if you're looking for your audios or your videos to go trending. Okay. So it's not necessary to capture leads. This is for somebody that is wanting to get some trending videos that are going to capture hundreds of thousands of people to a million people. Okay. So don't feel like you need to know that. All right. Back to our slides outline. All right. Like me, I'm learning new techniques all the time. So you will always be learning something new with Reels. There's always something new that's out. Don't feel like when you're creating a Reel that if you select a button, it's going to throw you off or it's going to mess up. Okay, you can always change it, edit it, or start over. Just play around with it, get creative. There's so much to do with creating Reels and special features and techniques depending on which platform you're using. And to be honest, it overwhelms me. So I just want to put out content is my main goal. I don't try to get very precise on special features and things like that. Okay. And then we have the last type of post, which is your story post. So this is going to be what we're going to learn tonight with your Epiphany Bridge and how it's going to help serve you create better content with verbiage and wording that will attract the type of avatar or client that you want to work with. So at this time, I would like you to write quick 10 stories that would refresh your memory if you wrote a few words like graduation day or had a baby or got married. I want you to write down 10 stories that have been inspiring to you, whether it's an accomplishment, whether it's something that you have achieved, whether it's have been something that you've overcame, such as challenges or obstacles. And I want you to write them down now for the next 10 minutes so that we'll be prepared when we go into learning the Epiphany Bridge, and you'll have 10 stories right in your back pocket that you can quickly throw into this Epiphany Bridge with the way that we will structure it out. So take the next 10 minutes to write down your 10 stories. Again, something that you've accomplished in your past. And if it's around your pathway, even better. So for example, I placed 3rd last weekend in my bodybuilding show. That would be a
Whoop, whoop.
story. Whoop, whoop, that I would want to write about, right? Or if I went on my very first trip to the Maryvale residence at a 5 Diamond property with my mom in 2013, okay? Or the deal that I got in Thailand, right? And how much it was affordable for $550 for 8 days. Or getting married, right? Or celebrating my 12-year anniversary building my business full time. Okay? Or checking off milestones or seeing great places like the Great Wall of China or Victoria Falls. What's maybe the craziest thing that you've done? Or any kind of volunteer trip that you have gone on, like Guatemala and building bottle schools.
I'm stuck at 5.
It could even be future goals that you have, you know, what it is that you want to achieve. A goal for me is to retire my husband so he could be a stay-home dad when we have kids. And be at home with me, working. Maybe what it was like to experience your first event and the community of people that it came with. Or some accomplishments in your wellness journey. Or the struggles of your wellness journey and how you overcame them. Okay, so a little refresher. Remember, you're choosing a pathway and your stories are aligned along the lines of your pathway. So whether it's travel, beauty, skincare, health and wellness. And if you were on the call this morning, we just expanded in our health and wellness into stem cell. If you missed the call, we are now partnered with STEM Tech, which is a pioneer in the stem cell research and wellness area. So that's a new thing that you can incorporate in your verbiage, in your content, that we now have access to stem cells with whatever that's going to look like. Of course, entrepreneurship, business opportunity, and philanthropy, helping humanity. All right. So your pathways, remember to stick around 2 and no more. Very rarely you would add a third, kind of like how I did with my journey into fitness this last weekend. So if you're around health and wellness, you would talk about, you know, for example, being young forever, or the legacy of being around for your children, your grandchildren, or the love that you have with your friends and your family. And then, of course, you're going to use these 10 stories to find stories in your life that relate to your pathways. They must be relatable and sharing your hero's journey. So the anatomy of a great story is, of course, the beginning, the middle, and the end. But what it is that we put in this is what makes a difference. So the Epiphany bridge and script that is used in the movie industry talks about the backstory, the beginning, right? What your desires were, whether they were external or internal. So my desires this last weekend were to get my pro card and place first place, right, on external, but internally I wanted to be able to share that I am a pro athlete. Okay. And then I can talk about what that journey looked like and what kind of obstacles or challenges that I faced. Hold on. Sorry about that. So, excuse me. So, what that looks like, you know, in your story can be very impactful to the reader, and it can relate, that can be relatable to that person. And then, of course, what was the epiphany that you gained from that challenge that made you think along the lines with what's available for you to overcome them? What kind of opportunities or new new avenues that you could use to be able to create the plan or the structure for you to overcome them. And then, of course, whatever conflicts that may have arisen from there, and then your accomplishments, achievements, or your transformation. So this is the story outline for every book, every script, every story that you can see, watch, hear. And that's what we're going to use to be able to create your stories in writing a story post. A story post is a more longer content post that gives more of your personal experience in your life, right? So what that looks like is having access to this document called the content calendar, where you're going to use your pathway. I'm sorry, this is the one. Your backstory, the wall, the journey, the epiphany, the plan, the conflict, and the achievement or transformation. So for example, here's an example. The backstory is you gained over 30 pounds in one winter. You know the love handles we get sometimes. Well, my handles had handles on them. Okay, that's the backstory. So what was the journey? I tried the gym, but nothing helped me. And then the epiphany was, I realized it wasn't just food I needed. There were supplements I was missing. Okay, this is not my story. This is just an example. So what was the plan of action, the course of action to overcome that? That person went on a search. The conflict was that there were so many options, but then they found one that came from one of the purest sources on earth. And now I'm losing weight and feeling great, which is the achievement and the transformation. You don't necessarily need to have both, but definitely one or the other. So I wanted to share my secret with everyone. I know you don't have to be stuck and overweight. You can be happy and healthy. There is something that will work for you. So as you can see, this is what I use to start my story outline. You want to use a story post at least once a week, few times a month, okay? Because it really dives into who you are. So my last one was, I remember my first event 14 years ago in Las Vegas. Okay, that was my backstory. I sat there in the audience crying, the kind of tears that just comes out of your eyes without facial expressions, kind of thinking to myself, I want these goals to be my goals and win like these people are winning. My epiphany was that from that moment on, I knew I'd be at every event that I was offered this community because the energy and fellowship became contagious, that I found myself dreading each Sunday event because it was the last day before being with this community until the next event. And boy, oh boy, did I hate Mondays when I had to go back to work. Ugh, I know someone out there can relate, right? So these are like just thoughts. Yeah, these are just thoughts that are coming to my mind, and I fill in the blanks here. When after I fill in everything is when I go back to my post and I start writing my post. Okay. So if you look, this post was when we were in Vegas quite some time ago. Let me find it for you so you can see how it correlates. Here it is. Oh, how I remember my first time. It was August of 2010 at the Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, where I attended my first event. So as you can see, I remember my first event 14 years ago in Las Vegas, and that's where I just started filling in more content from this idea of the backstory. Okay. And then I go into, I precisely recall the moment I was taken away by tears rolling down my face, you know, the kind of tears that happen with no facial expressions, thinking to myself, I want those goals. As I listened to a single mother share, so as you can see, this gave me the idea of what I was going through at that moment. And I didn't fill all of it in, but when I wrote this out, it gave me more context to put into my post here. From that moment, I knew it would be at every event, and boy, oh boy, did I hate Mondays. What's crazy is I didn't know how I was going to make those big goals my reality. And as you can see, I continue to just fill it out and just go from now. This weekend, we are finally launching our lifestyle club that's taken 14 years later. And as you can see here, this weekend, we are finally launching our brand new lifestyle club that is taking place 14 years later in Las Vegas again. And for the first time in my life, I get to say I'm here at the start. So come to Vegas and feel the feeling that I'm feeling at my first event in an industry that forever changed my life. Helping people live their best life. Message me ready now. Okay. So I fill this out first, and then I go back and I fill in the content. All right. So that's what we're going to work on tonight. In order to find this document, you're going to go to our Facebook group under the files section. So this is our Facebook group. You'll see under discussions, there's guides, featured members, events, media, files. Under files, you'll find all of the documents here, and it's called the content calendar. You're going to open it. You're going to save a copy of your own so that you can edit it. If you're in the messenger chat, it's also located there. So let me show you on my phone where that's at. So you can find it on Messenger as well.
Space.
Okay, so if you're on your phone in the Messenger chat, in the Secret Success chat, you'll select the top for the menu option, and you'll go to, again, media, files, and links. You'll select files at the top, and you'll find it right here, content calendar. You'll need to open it, save as a copy, and then you'll be able to edit your own version.
Gotcha.
Okay, so take one of the stories that you just wrote down, one of the 10 stories, and go create that into your content calendar. Okay, and then you're going to write it out into your post. So again, you're going to commit to one story post a week or every other week, telling people about you or someone you know, with the list of the 10 stories we just all wrote down together. Of course, prime as always prior to posting, respond and like to comments, especially within the first hour, and adhere to your dedicated posting times to create content, even if it's copying someone else's post and editing it to your own, or using AI. Okay? So take the next 30 minutes to do that. There is additional information under your Challenge 1.0 version at melanielevitz.com when you log in your library for additional information. So I'm going to do this with you.
Is it just mine, or does everybody else's have pathway, passion, story, idea, memory, downloaded notes?
On that document.
Uh-huh.
So if you look at the very bottom, you're going to see there's 3 pages. You're looking at the story library bank.
Okay. Okay.
You want to select story breakdown.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem. And then, yeah, the other documents are there for you to track what has been most comments or response, so that you could easily use that post again in the future.
Okay.
Again, once you have filled out all of the blocks, then you can go into your Facebook or your Instagram and start writing the content. So what I do is I toggle back and forth just to keep my mind on track. And I like to use my phone, so I'm going to switch it. Because I have emojis better on my phone. If you are having any challenges, please let me know, okay? I'm here to help.
This whole time I've been trying to look for it and I can't find it on my laptop or on my phone. The file you're talking about.
Okay, where did you look first?
On my laptop. And then this
Okay.
says there's no file. And then on my phone it says the same thing, there's no file.
Okay, so you're on your phone in Messenger
Yeah.
and
I
you
went on
select
the links. Right. And then I'm right there, right? And then right there, media links.
and you go to
Right there,
File.
files. Yeah, and nothing shows up. There's only one thing that shows up.
What's showing
And
up?
that one, the first one. Just that one.
Some?
Yeah, just the first one shows up.
All right. So let me forward this to you.
Okay.
Shows up on your end. Okay, see if you have it now.
Okay. Mm, I got it, but I just can't open it. I don't know why.
You may have to open it from your computer.
Okay.
Front door.
You want me to email it to you?
Yeah, I guess. Or I thought I could just go here.
What's your email?
I think I got it on no, I got it on my laptop.
You got it? Okay, great.
I think so. I think so. Hold on. I pushed the button. No, yeah, let me email it to me. It's Isaac, ISAAC, Eagle, .vf@gmail.com.
Okay, what is it again?
Isaac with two A's. No, SSAA. C,
Okay.
Eagle.
C.
Yeah, Eagle. .vf at Gmail.
All right, see if
Yeah, I
that
can
works
click
for
on it, but nothing pops up. Facebook.
Front door.
Okay, I got it.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. So, all right, my okay, got it, got it.
Hey Mel,
Yes.
quick question. On the story that we're doing, once we actually do the story, we want to have a picture that matches our story.
Yeah, it doesn't
Or
necessarily have to match the story, but you would definitely would want a picture with your story.
gotcha.
I wouldn't use a video because then it just will be too much with having
Okay,
to read everything. So a picture would just be enough.
gotcha.
Okay.
Front door. Front door.
Alright, alright. Oh, big.
I'm gonna move this here. I'm gonna move it here. Fish.
All right. So as you can see, I simply just plugged in everything that I had from what you saw me type out on the story breakdown and put it in a post. All I need to do is add a picture and prime my page. So what I'll do again is copy all of this, because just the other day I wrote something out and I didn't copy it, and I went to save the draft and I went back and it was gone, and I was super mad because I wrote everything out. So copy it, save it to your notes, close it out. Again, you can only do this on your phone. Don't do it on your computer because it will delete it. Hit save draft, and now I can go prime. All right. Now, as you can see, it took me very short time because I have more experience. So don't be difficult on yourself and ask you why you're taking so long to write a story post, because it's going to take some conditioning and help with your vocabulary or verbiage. For me, I'm a little bit dyslexic, so I take some time to figure out what right words are going to sound good. So yeah, I didn't know that until I moved in with my dad and discovered he's dyslexic. So just be patient with yourself. If you need to go back to it, take time, go back. The more you do it, like anything in life, the better you're gonna get. It used to take me a complete hour to write a story post, which is why I hate writing story posts. But now, as you can see, I did it in 25 minutes, okay? So don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some credit, all right? Let's close out tonight's call. Your action moves and reviews is to make sure that if you haven't already done so, favorite everyone in this group so that you can support their content. Remember to share your content into the messenger chat. Tell us what to respond in your comments so we can raise your algorithms and support your post. Finalize your story post this week if you didn't complete it already. Commit with your accountability partners on a review of your content and reach out to me on Messenger if you have any challenges or stopping points. Please make sure your cover photos are complete by next week. Remember, with 3 referrals, you can pay off most of your tuition through our affiliate program worth 30%. Congratulations to Shelly. She referred Linda, who just got started with us, and she earned 30% of what was purchased. Any questions, comments? All right, if you need me, you know how to reach me. Go make it happen. Have a successful week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye, Robin. Bye,
Good night,
Ruben.
everybody.
Phil. Bye, Sharon. Good night.